Hello, hello. We're not doing anything too crazy today. Slept not very long last night, so we did not feel like doing the super the super exhausting one that I had planned for today. Because we're doing, I want to do permanent soon, and I imagine that's going to be stressful because you can't delete things, although you can destroy things, so that does help a little bit. But hopefully next one I will be up to doing permanents because that does sound fun. Because we have two options. We can either shoot things or build around them, and I think both of those are just great. Both are fantastic options. So we're just doing a lighter one, which is literally just not letting myself use regular inserters, just entirely long inserters. I don't think it's going to be super wild. Some builds I think are going to look just really wide, but we can also do what we have two options, right? We can either make things look really wide, or try to make them compact but with long inserters, because those are definitely both viable options. Like, you accidentally put the inserter the wrong way and you have a dead spot in your... Ooh, does the wrong way? Huh. I'm not sure if you can rotate things. I haven't actually checked. I know you can't delete things. Oh. Possibly that too. But I know at the very least, like, if you put the inserter in the wrong spot, it's stuck there forever. I have no idea about rotations. I didn't actually test that much. The only thing I tested with it was if you could upgrade a belt to a splitter, and the answer was no. Permanence on an archipelago map? Is archipelago a setting? Or is that like a... Is that this one? Oh, wait. Oh, so that way I'm limited in my space, so I can't just keep building it forever. Is there a way to limit the size of this? Oh, there is. Wait, no, there's not. Yes, there is. Oh, wait. This is genuinely impossible. There's not enough ore here to launch a rocket. But that's for a different one. Today we're just going to be doing... I think I'll just be doing no biters, everything turned up, so we can get to the building faster. Uranium, I don't need to worry about that. But yeah, I think grenades will be the strat because they just destroy everything, and I think that'll be really funny if I misplace a single inserter and then I just have to destroy everything. Yeah, I saw that. Thanks. The warning came right as I noticed it. I had already changed the sliders. RIP. I don't know if there's a way to change it without that. I could have sworn I clicked default. Maybe I'm just like, the settings will change it. But yeah, no, they don't. Let's do no biters. Okay, you know what? Let's just roll with this one. Because we're doing no biters, we'll just get with what we... Wait. Did I want cliffs on? I don't know if I wanted cliffs on. Long hands. You know what they say about someone with long hands? Long gloves. That's an expression, right? I feel like that's not quite the expression. I feel like there's something along those lines, though. I just cannot think of it. Oh, is it the large feet one? I think it's large feet. Maybe it is large hands as well. I feel like there's variations. No trees. Oh, we still need to do a no trees run. What's that one? It's like no trees. Is no trees Gotlap. What's the third one? No trees Gotlap lazy bastard, I think is technically possible. So I was wanting to try that, although I don't know if I'd be up to that. I think it's mostly a waiting game. I don't think there's a ton of hand feeding because you're only powering 14 assemblers at once or something like that. Wait. 1, 2... I think it's 14, maybe 8, but I want to say 14 assemblers at once. Or labs. No trees, Gotlap, lazy. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I keep forgetting to add that to my list. Okay, there we go. This should be better. No tree sounds tiresome. That's why I wouldn't want to do it for, like, the whole run. I would only want to do... That one would probably just stop at Gotlap. Because someone, like, made the proposal a while ago, and I forgot about it. It was just, like, a proof of concept. Like, can you actually get the crafting speed to get Gotlap? And I think you can do it in about an hour. You're obviously very limited by research speed because you're limited to 14 labs total. But with crafting, you're probably limited to like 7? But yeah, that's why I figured it would stop there. And yeah, you're basically, if you can get up to Gotlap, you at least have regular power poles because you have green science. There was like the fun idea, like, can you get enough production from electric poles to also, well, let's place this while we're mining rocks. But there's also like the small possibility that getting to the power poles, what's the research called? I don't know what it's called. Whatever. Getting to medium power poles would give you extra production to offset the extra science you have to make. I think in practice, the odds of that working out are pretty low. And then, okay, we're doing all long inserters, right? So that's just, everything here is a long inserter. But yeah, it's a cool idea. Oh yeah, yes, electric energy distribution, thank you. I could not for the life of me think of it. Oh, that's a good point. Ultra Cube, similar to No Trees, but cooler. Yeah, if I were doing a longer one, we might as well try Ultra Cube. Actually, that's not on my physical list. I'll write that down too. I mean, I've been remembering it, but I feel like I won't if in a couple months if I get to it. But yeah, there's like the small thing that electric distribution is cheaper than Gotlap, so there's the possibility that if you get that, you can expand your base enough to offset the time you spend getting electric energy distribution. I can't imagine that would be the case, but there is like a small chance. Like if you refined it really well. I think if you just did it once, it wouldn't be worth doing. There we go. Okay. It's just, my hotbar looks wrong with just six long inserters there. I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, now we head out to try to get more rocks, which honestly, this is a desert map, so we're going to be limited on trees, but we'll have plenty of rocks, which is nice. But yeah, Ultra Cube, let's see. While I'm chopping rocks, I'm definitely going to write that down. Let's see. Can I write it down with one hand while I type? Ultra, is it actually called Ultra Cube or is it Hyper Cube? I feel like it's one of the two. I'll just type both. Ultra Hyper Cube. There we go. Good old swipe text. Let's see if that's actually correct. Oh, it actually was correct. Cool. Ultra Hyper Cube. I don't know how far it would take that one, but I do want to check out that mod. I don't know if it would be a Meme Run Monday. Maybe it would be like a Friday or Saturday thing. Like just like a space exploration alternative. We'll see. I feel like it could also work as a meme run though, because it's such a silly concept, which I don't quite understand exactly how it worked. I haven't looked too much into it. Yeah, it would be pretty long. I figured I could probably just stop like early, since I was trying to think like you can do earlier reset points. Could be nice. It could also just be like I mean, I could just do a long-running one. I haven't done a long-running one in a while. Not since Burner 100 have we had one that's spanned like multiple weeks. We've had like 2 or 3 sessions, but we haven't one that's been above 24 hours in a while. I don't know why I'm still expanding Burner City. Oh. I mean, you can't go wrong with more burners, especially when they're on fighters. This is a nice little patch. Like, look at that perfect copper patch right there. Also, this is like, that's such an even split. This is cool. Not as long as Essie. That is true. Not as long as Essie. I would be very impressed if they somehow made having a slightly smaller factory longer than Essie. But yeah, Essie I definitely do as like that one I just do as I want a casual break from the the joke runs type of thing, so that's why we're still doing that one. Also, although I feel like it's a bit I guess in terms of breaks, in major overhaul mod maybe isn't the greatest, but you know, space exploration's been great. It's just a fun way to relax from banging your head against the wall is to bang your head against a different wall. I think it's a great solution. Okay, let's hope we set this up correctly. I usually don't. I'm really bad about combining the two. I really should just make it one long segment. Okay, I think these are good. Several walls and several surfaces. We're also banging our head against the floor at the same time. I guess... Oh, I get it. Yeah. Several surfaces because of the different planets. Okay, what else do we need? We don't really need any more burner jewels. I just keep making them. Okay. Power pole. Let's do the sciences. Lab. Power. We're allowed power poles, right? Yeah. I was thinking about the wood thing, and I'm like, wait, can I make power poles this run? My mind was set on a no. I was thinking about the no trees run. That's a very different thing. Boiler. You know, we could actually do a direct fed power plant here pretty easily if we just make like probably like 10 pipe extra. That's totally worth it. Actually, you know, if we're making that many, let's just do an underground. There we go. Okay, where's the stone patch? I guess we have one next to the power plant. Honestly, that's not a bad spot for it, because at least we'll be going next to the power plant. Hello, Deacon. I didn't bring chests. That's fine. I'll just sit here and hold F. I am the chest. If I position myself properly, does it place it inside my inventory? No, but I had to try. Okay, I think we nailed it. I am now 2 chests at once. Now we just have to stand here for 30 more seconds. I feel like this isn't the wisest decision, but I mean, it seems to be working. The rule is dumb, it'll enhance my spaghetti instead of decreasing it. I don't know what you mean. I think everything we do improves our spaghetti. Like, enhanced spaghetti is more spaghetti, not less spaghetti, right? Lazy bastard? Oh gosh, that one definitely will increase spaghetti. Because you have to automate so many things so early that you just do them quickly and you do them poorly. Okay, this might actually fit perfectly. Ooh, it does. Cool. Nice. Okay. That's a good spot. What is special? Did I spell something wrong? Oh. I'm not sure what the special was meant by it. I read it as specially. Now I'm questioning what it means too. Oh, gotcha. That's what you were talking about. Yeah, I read it as slang for especially, like it will improve my spaghetti. A proper non-standard color. You know, we haven't been red in a while. And like we're switching to Valentine's decorations in our house soon, so red seems fitting. That's not a Valentine's red though. I feel like it needs to be brighter. That's a little better. I mean, I guess the colors aren't going to be super bright. But yes, thank you for the redeem. I almost forgot to change my colors, which is very, very important. I almost made inserters. Oh my gosh, our first furnace lane is going to be like double the cost, I just realized. That's great. Speaking of, where do we build this? Probably this way. I don't remember the map because I turned the resources up so high and turned off biters. I'm like, we'll just roll with the first map we got, no hesitation. So we didn't look at it. I figured that was a good way to balance it out a little bit. Just having no clue what to do with it. But yeah, that was a very lazy thing to do, to just sit there. Actually, was it lazy? I guess it was just, I guess I was just sitting there holding a single button. I decorate for Valentine's Day? Yeah, we decorate for all the holidays. Well, I say all the holidays, but I mean, obviously it's not all the holidays. We do Christmas. This goes Christmas, Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day, April, Easter. I could not think of what was an Easter. Easter, and then it's just general like spring and summer vibes after that, which is for the most part just not that many decorations. And then we get back to, we do a little bit for 4th of July. Halloween gets a ton. I was going in order of the months, so I didn't forget any holidays. Yeah, and then it goes Halloween and then Thanksgiving, which are very similar. We just, you know, remove the jack-o'-lanterns and the bats. Actually, we leave the bats. We just remove the jack-o'-lanterns. Okay, we'll go here. This is a great spot. Why am I trying to build it like a standard lane? Wait, how do we do this? So output's going to be here. Okay, so something like that. So this is the spacing. Wait, that doesn't work. Oh, wait. I'm missing a gap. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, I realized we're using long inserters, so that changes our design a little bit. Which we should also make them. So yeah, this is one way to do it. Input, and then we output in the middle. So that means coal is going to go here and here. Oh my gosh, these are so much more expensive. Also, we didn't make any assemblers, which wasn't intended. I completely forgot to bring power poles. But yeah, we spend a lot of our off time is spent decorating and redecorating. It takes a lot of work to decorate the whole house every year. It's worth it though. It's fun. And it looks very nice. It's just so colorful. Okay, let's get more power poles because we did not bring enough. Well, maybe if we went the right way, we would have had enough. There we go. Do we need more? Do we need more stone? Probably not. I'm gonna get more stone because it's. I mean, you always need furnaces. Although I say that, but like we pretty much always have like 400 spare furnaces. There we go. Now we have perfect. Now we have assemblers. Look at that. We finally have a personal assembler. Power pole. Doo-doo. Okay. I don't know why I said power pole. Wires for power poles is what I was going for. That doesn't have much iron. Not worth going up. Okay, keep crafting long inserters. We need another, like, 20. Wow, these are so much more expensive. I wasn't even considering the fact that early on they're, like, double the cost. Which is pretty significant just before you can get your first lane up. I guess we don't have to worry about outputs yet. That would help a little. And then we have this nice lane right here. So we should be able to get some burner drills too. Not burner drills, electric drills. Which I'm assuming we're missing iron. Yes, we are missing regular iron. At least that is true. Fast inserters only would have just been stacking. Hear me out. Stack inserters only. We can't use inserters until we get to oil. Oh no. No, I feel like that would be a little bit rough. Stacker bulk. I can't use an inserter until Factorio releases its expansion. The most hardcore challenge. Can I wait? Can I force myself to wait a year before playing the game? Or just hand feed. I guess that would be the real thing, the real test. Can I hand feed a rocket before Factorio releases its expansion? Which does have a nice ring to it, admittedly. That does have a good, pretty good ring to it with some modifications. Okay, so how do I want to do this? We need more belts. That's not how I want to do this. Okay, double mistake. Oh, that's fine. A factory optimized for hand feeding? I imagine... It depends what you mean by optimized. Like, I think in practice, it's just going to be a really long stretches. And you just have enough assemblers to perfectly use an entire inventory full at once. I don't think that would be the fastest, but I think that would be the most likely for a person to finish without going insane. to have things more optimized for sanity over like maximum speed. Because I think if you were like to try to micro things too much, you would go a little bit crazy before you actually finish the run. Also, does this work? I think this works. Yeah, I imagine it's just going to be long stretches of assembling machines, and you have enough that it uses up an entire stack of everything. Is pretty much what I think it would do. Why does this look weird? Something's wrong here. There we go. I was relying on the auto placing and it wasn't working. That's better. Although I did cut the power poles. Okay, cool. Now how do we get coal here? That's the real question. Can they put coal on the other side? If you maximize efficiency too much, you might accidentally... How would you do a 100% speed run with hand feeding? I don't know if that would be... I don't know... I can't imagine you could do it fast enough to do it in 8 hours. Hand feeding just is gonna have so many limits real fast once you get to that phase. Maybe it's not as bad as it sounds, but I don't imagine it's gonna be amazing. Guess we'll have to do it and find out, huh? I put them all in the wrong one. There we go. Cool, we have iron now. You know, I keep accidentally trying to craft inserters, but I guess it's not the end of the world if we do, because we need them. For 20 million circuit. Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking about 20 million circuits. I was just thinking about being able to get to a launch. Everything else was secondary, but yeah, that definitely changes things and makes it a lot less funny. I was just, because like, you know, if you can get to a launch in 8 hours with Gotlap and Lazy Bastard by hand feeding. Okay, Gotlap with hand feeding is, you know, the Gotlap strat, so that's probably fine. But yeah, it's the 8 hour window. Like, if you can reach the 2 time windows, you can technically do it. It's just, how long would it take to feed that many green chips? Let's say you can feed... I don't know, what sounds like a good number? I feel like one person could reasonably feed a couple hundred electronic circuit assemblers. How long will it take a couple hundred electronic circuit assemblers to make 20 million green chips? What's the estimate of that? Let's see. Let's just say that's 500 chips per second. Okay, that's a while. That's quite a ways away. Okay, maybe it's not the best idea. 20 million. You know, that's only 40,000. That's only 12 hours of hand feeding. Of course, that is an extremely unrealistic goal to think you can feed 200 of those, I think, but... That's not... It doesn't sound as bad as I thought it would be. The numbers are technically lower than I expected. There's probably other issues, but at least that's not one of them. Yeah, 14 hours straight of hand feeding. I mean, you wouldn't have to do it in one sitting, at least, with something like that. I mean, you could, but I imagine that would be like every Monday I go and I hand feed chips for 2 hours for like a month until it's done. Everybody will stop coming to Meme Run Monday and forget it's a thing because nobody wants to watch me hand feed green chips again. You could use a train. Ooh, actually, yeah, I think that is the strat. No, you're onto something. Because then we could just hold one button. And then we just go through... Oh, wait, that actually sounds really cool. Not on a 100% scale. That sounds awful. But the things we could do to like make the hand feeding better with a train network actually is really, really dope. Like you just make it that you hold your mouse here, it feeds all the iron, and then on the second loop you move it up and you switch to copper. That could be pretty neat. If you could get it practiced. Okay, we need more. What do we need? Probably more iron before we worry about expanding it again. There we go. I feel like we keep running out of things. Oh, iron. If only we had a way to get iron here. That would be useful. Okay, and then how do we want our mall to look? How do I want my mall to look? Should I think it through, or should I just roll with it? I feel like we should just roll with it to start, just so we can get some gears automated and some science automated. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Actually, I think this can look pretty similar to like a standard layout. I mean, all things considered. It's more standard than I would expect. But yeah, I was thinking a car would be good, but that would probably be like a task strat because riding a car is so difficult in a straight line that much. With how with how straight you would need to be to not crash into your factory. But a train would be actually really cool. Okay, so we need gears. Chest. Okay, that actually works. Okay. Yeah, that looks all right. Move some power poles. We get some assemblers. We need 4. Well, technically we only need 3 more labs if we go and grab the other lab, but I never remember to grab the other lab. Yeah, okay, and then we need more power poles. So hopefully we actually move the lab. I mean, if we don't, it's not the end of the world. It's not like we need to rush. It's not we need to rush electronics or anything. There we go. If you can't tell, I still have not updated this instance of Factorio. It still uses like 1.72 or something. 1.1.72. Which I think by now is a little bit outdated. I don't know. Does anybody just on the top of their head know every single, like literally every single patch update that has been released since then? If I'm am I missing out on anything else important other than research queue of the last 40 updates? Surely somebody has them all memorized, right? But yeah, I haven't noticed anything that's actually like not just a small bug fix, so it hasn't been top priority for me to update my game. Also, I completely forgot about a power plant. That's why things are running low, because we're operating at like 20% power. Let's do 5 and then 9. Oh wait, no, 11. Okay, we'll stay here a bit. Realistically, I should probably come back here, right? But I would like to get at least some of these built. Let's get one of those, and then we'll one row here, and then we'll come back. I think that would be good. Also, I just realized the power plant is going to be like really large, isn't it? With just long inserters. Or wait. I had a really dumb idea to steal fuel from the opposite boiler. For no reason at all. There's absolutely no reason to do that. It would use so many inserters. There's no reason to do it, but I might do it. But basically my idea is we cut a tile. So then we grab from a belt, and then we steal from the boiler across from that. And the only purpose that serves is to save one belt. Or one tile, at the cost of needing like 4 times the undergrounds. Which, or not 4 times the undergrounds. You just need undergrounds for every belt instead. No reason is the best reason. True. We might as well have fun with it. Also, we're gonna move this. There we go. How is that disconnected? There we go. Okay, that should be a lot better. Let's see if we can get coal automated, because I think this is all we need to do. I'm just not confident in that. We still haven't done belts. I keep forgetting to set that up. I think we can go without it for now. Like, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, we should definitely set that up next. Wait, where is coal? Okay, there's a small coal patch over there we can use to automate things. That would be good. Yeah, I guess coal automation wasn't super high on my list of priorities because we already have it going into the power plant. So I was like, oh yeah, we don't need coal. We can just hand feed everything. But little did I know that little did I remember that I don't want to hand feed things. And that does remind me, the hand feed only run. I can't imagine electric furnaces would be good, right? Probably not, right? Because there's such a late research and expensive research. Like, you wouldn't have to hand feed coal anymore, which would be nice. But the amount of things you would have to hand feed to build electric furnaces, I feel like you'd already have all of your furnaces built by that point. I don't know. Could be worth it. Probably been asked too many times, but do you just get bored of speedrunning? I just stopped because of health issues. I can't really keep the mechanics up to do speedrunning anymore. So, there wasn't really any point to keep doing it. But that's basically, that's really the only reason. I did still enjoy it. Well, the electricity demand is lower. And with the power plant's not too bad, because remember, it's inserterless. You can do direct feeding, so the power plant would not be hand-fed. It would just be entirely direct-fed like this. Oh, that's true. We are building them for purple science. We could always just, like, reuse them, too, later, if we wanted to. But yeah, electricity is a lot easier. Because that's just direct-fed. I shouldn't have been crafting these in 5s, but it didn't seem worth reordering my crafting queue. I wonder how many you would even need, because you really will run into issues. Like, you're gonna reach a limit for how much a player can hand feed pretty fast, I think. Although, since the goal would be to batch produce things, maybe the limit's not that low. Because, like, if you can feed things once every minute, like with entire stacks. Like, if you can feed things entire stacks, they run for a while. At least fluids would feel nice that run. That's true. Fluids would not be too bad. Especially, I think the strat is to get a train. I really think the strat is to get a train. And then just have every single row be like, this tile is iron, this tile is copper, this tile is coal. So that way every time I pass through, I know exactly which resource I need to bring. And I just make 3 loops in a train and I feed everything. I think it could work. Okay, now how do we get the iron here? That's the question. Not like this. Definitely not like this. Also, why did I leave this gap? I mean, we're gonna keep it because there, but... I mean, that works, right? Everything's on the right side? Yeah, okay, it works. If you put coal on top of both belts... can I put coal on top of both belts? Oh, I guess I could have. Could have gone this way, huh? Okay. We need to go the other direction, but yeah, that works. There we go. It's like that. That just makes it a little bit... Just everything is in the same direction. It makes it easier to track things. Cool. We still have this side load here. I completely forgot about this. There we go. We were not actually getting extra iron. Also, we have a bunch of stone furnaces that we do not need. Okay, let's actually make belts now, which should not be a problem. Honestly, in some way, we actually have more production now than we would if we were using regular inserters. I mean, not for the amount of time we spend, but like these assembling machines already work at full speed, which they wouldn't be working full speed if we had regular inserters. They would be working at 83% speed, so that's something. It's just, you know, took a bit to build them. I just realized there's not much space up here. We'll make it work. Oh, this is weird. This is how you do a double lane. That's cool. 1, 2, 3, and then another one here. Don't forget to pick up the wrong coal lane. I was hoping it would clear itself. I guess the odds of that are pretty low, aren't they? Yeah, pretty much 0 because I've hand-fed everything. Yep, thanks for the reminder. Okay, we're good now. Honestly, I really like how these lanes look. Like, they're really neat. Also, if anyone's wondering why I have long inserters on my hotbar like 3 times, it's because that way any button I press to grab inserters gives me inserters. That it just seemed convenient. Ooh, it's gonna be easy. Ooh, wait, it's gonna be really easy to get the second iron lane here balanced. Cool. Okay, what all are we missing? We have not been researching. That's what we're missing. Actually queuing up research. Electronics is not that useful. We're gonna skip it. We're not gonna skip it. We're gonna delay it. Military is good for... What's military good for? Oh yeah, clearing trees. That's about it. Maybe that's not a priority, but I guess we'll research it anyway. Yeah, these lanes look sick. Having the furnaces back to back is really nice. Now what we also need to do to make up for this is make the widest lane we possibly can to balance it out. Now, is there a fast way to build it? Actually, I don't think. Well, maybe like this. This might be honestly, this might be a fast way to build it. It would be faster if it wasn't vertical, and if I had the resources. But I think conceptually that works. You know, we're going to get all of the inserters built because I do want to test that. Because I feel like that is a solid way to build it. But we need more inserters to actually test if it's decent. Okay, there we go. How many do we need? How many furnaces is this? 2 each. Okay, we need like 50. Okay, we'll just be hand feeding for a bit. What else can we do? Well, those craft, let's finish power, which we can't completely finish power, so we need to craft some pipes first, too. Let's craft like 5 pipes, or 15, close enough. Those are good. We don't really need this iron anymore, but we might as well grab it. I'm assuming power is good, right? We just ran out of these. Nice practice for the hand read run. True. Yeah, I can't imagine the hand feed run will be fast. Because pretty much everything will be optimized for me walking in a straight line for like 30 seconds and then turning around. Like not doing like swipes of things. So who knows how long that would take if we do it. I'm still not sure if I would. But it is on the list. It definitely is on. It definitely did make the list because I think the idea is fun. Yeah, we make everything face one direction. And then we go around and we flip all of them. That was the idea here. I don't know if it's actually faster. I think because I'm doing it horizontally, it's not actually faster, but it could be faster. Stone bricks and concrete. Stone bricks and concrete could be cool. Concrete, I actually don't think concrete would be worth it. Bricks probably would be worth it. Because bricks you can get pretty early. Concrete, like Boss Fight said, you'd probably have the trains by then. But I could see bricks being worth placing early on. You forget, well, you can get concrete pretty early, but since it's fairly pricey for like the amount of tiles you need to cover, it probably has a pretty low ROI. Bricks, on the other hand, bricks are super cheap and easy to do in bulk. Because those would be like a feed once and then come back in like 5-10 minutes. And they're still crafting sort of thing. I have no idea why there's stone in here. Okay, we're going to go up and around. Actually, I'm going to redo this because I don't like how far over this is. And now would be the time to delete it before we have an entire lane that's so spread out. Because I want the coal to be a little bit closer. Can you use stone? Is that a thing in vanilla? No, that was added for space exploration. Okay. I thought it was added for space exploration, but I wasn't sure. Wait, is this the wrong way? It could have worked, but I don't want to have to clear the belt again, so we're going to make it face up. There we go. And then same thing, but down here. Down, down. Inserters, inserters. It's definitely a weirder pattern to place, but it's not too bad. Except when you don't have any undergrounds, it doesn't. Smart belt does not work well. There we go. Okay. Needs one more tile if we want to do it cleanly. There we go. Okay, now we can just shift this over. This wasn't necessary at all, but I figured I might as well try to make it a little bit clean. Because it's not like there's much else going on with this run. We might as well make it pretty as best as we can before we get into the spaghetti. You know, I do like to keep the early ones thing. Had a crazy thought about building something that looks like a standard smelting lane, but you swap the inputs between adjacent lanes. I'm not sure what that means. You swap the inputs between adjacent lanes. Is this related to long inserters, or is this just related to a normal run? Oh. The only problem with that is you have to make it double wide. That works really well for the inputs. It doesn't work well for the outputs, so then you have an extra gap. We could do that for the next one, though, just for fun. Because that's how I was originally going to build it, but you have that, like, gap in between that's a bit awkward to work with. So you end up making it 2 tiles wider. Whereas, while this one is weird, this is actually the size... Our current one is actually the size of a standard smelting lane. Like, this is a normal lane right here. Yeah, we could do that for the next one, just to mix it up. Let's move this splitter here, so that way the lane starts populating, so we can make sure it's done correctly. But we need more iron, which means we need more drills, which means we need to chest explode. That sounds about right. Wasn't originally the goal, but, you know, we're good at it. Except we're at... Ooh. We might have belts. I feel like we almost have belts. We are so close to having enough belts. Maybe we'll craft enough. I think we will just barely craft enough. We'll see. We might not. We could also just run back and grab the belts. But we might not need it. This is 18, so we need 12 more. So, sorry, 9 more. Okay, yeah, I think we can do this without making another trip. That's my one goal. I don't want to have to make a trip back right now. This is 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Does this fit? Okay, we barely have enough. We have like 10 belts to spare. Perfect. Our stubbornness worked out for once. I mean, it wasn't necessarily faster by any means, but it did work out. That has 16. That's too many. That's why I was off. Cool. We're good. Okay, 2 full smelting lanes. Now we need copper. Oh, I guess crafting regular inserters isn't bad because they eventually become long inserters, so that works out. You could have used pocket assemblers. What is pocket assemblers? Oh, you mean like place them? Well, the issue is that I had a limited amount of iron. It wasn't so much that I was... It's not so much that I was worried about crafting time there. It was that I was worried about running out of resources, and I didn't trust myself to not overfeed the assemblers. Hello, Wild World. Hello, Patient Man. That's the opposite. The stubbornness worked in the sense that you didn't have to do what you were trying to avoid. That's true. We did avoid it. Wild World? I think I'm pretty sure I said roid, but my lips are dry, so it didn't come out very well. Wild World is wait. Wild World? That's the name of the song, right? Wild World is a great song. Or is it Wide World? I think it's Wild World. It's Will and Droy. Oh, there's 2 L's in there? Okay. I did not realize there were 2 L's. Will Droid, got it. Yeah, I've definitely never said Wild World, but yeah, I do say Wild Roid every single time. Did I? Maybe my eyes have gotten worse. It's possible my eyes have gotten worse. I did start wearing glasses. Clearly that's because I can't read anymore. Although, you know, I guess memory would also be a part of that. You'd think I would have figured it out or still remembered something. Okay, so we need gears, which I think once again everything's kind of facing the wrong way. Let's start with gears. Wait. Is this what I want? Yeah, this is what I want. Let's see. We're gonna do 6 gear assemblers. That's enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I honestly love how all long inserter builds look. There's ways to make them more power pole efficient, but I just think they look really cool this way. That's worth it. Also, hello, Lostnar. Welcome, welcome. Nope, that's not right. There we go. Okay. 6 assemblers. Is that enough? I feel like that's probably enough. But just in case, let's do 8. Let's might as well do 8. Okay. And we're gonna sideload it because I actually want... Wait, that wasn't a sideload. There we go. I want green chips to be on the other side. There we go. Okay, so green chips. Ooh, wait. How much does a how much does a long inserter move? 1.2, which means 2 of them is 2.4, which means I actually need to triple long inserter between a green chip lane. Okay. I mean, that's easy enough to do. Wait, do I need to double outputs? These can't work full speed, can they? None of these can work full speed. They will be able to later after upgrades. Okay. It's not awful. We can manage. Okay, I think splitters are a more compact way to sideload, because that lets us do this. Okay. Does that look good? Yes, that's what I want. Okay, and then we need... Well, that doesn't actually help, because now we can't get iron. We're leaving this gap because I need another input here at some point. And then I think because these are going to be circuit limited, so this actually does have... Or these are wire limited, so these actually have the throughput we need. It's very ambitious of me to think I need 8 of each of these assemblers, but I figured might as well do it a little bit extra now, just in case. Because it's easier to have them idle than it is to like add more later. Input, 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 input. This one's the output, and then I said I needed 3 circuit assembler, or 3 circuits, so that actually would look like this. Or to do 3 wire. And then the pattern here doesn't actually matter much. I mean, we can save some power poles, but like I was saying earlier, I really like this pattern, so we're gonna go with this one because it's just so, I don't know, it looks really cool, like a little pyramid in a little square game. It just feels right for some reason. Okay, those power pole connections are a bit odd, but you know, they do the job. Okay, let's double check if this works. Ooh, you know what would be even better? Wait. Would that work? Hold on, I had another idea. What if we put copper on the same side? Oh, that's even better. Never mind, hold up. We need another tile here. If we do copper on the inside, it's nice and compact. So these would be just a solid row. Well, that's easy to build. And then this one would be input, input, probably in 4s. I don't think it really matters, but we'll do 4s. We'll do all of them right now so we don't forget. Okay, cool. So now copper can go here, which is a little bit tighter. I think it saves, actually I think it saved like 3 tiles, so it's actually not, it's actually pretty nice. Although if we were designing it this way, we could also have iron on this side as well. But let's go with this one because it's what we have right now. Okay, what was your idea? The idea about the doing a standard smelting lane but swapping adjacent lanes. That only works if you do a double lane, right? Can we, is there a compact way to like convert one to be half and half? So we would have one here that inputs like this way. That would be input here, input here. No, that doesn't quite work. Yeah, it only works if we do like 3 side by side, but we will be having more side by side. So we might as well start working for it for the future lane, see how we like it. It'd be really cool if we could figure out a way to do the outputs in a compact way. So for now, just goes here. And then, is there anything fun we can do with the outputs? Not really. The outputs would just be like a normal lane. Okay, so we need more long inserters. Why haven't I automated long inserters yet? Hopefully this helps. I don't know why. I can't say hope this helps without like getting the sense there's like extreme sarcasm. If smelting lane is nulling copper, you can output copper to the ore lane. That's... I don't think we can... I don't think we'll be consistently doing that. To do sushi this early, at least. Not for our first copper lane. We definitely will not be using enough copper for that. I think in the future it would work well. Okay, so this one is definitely going to be a lot wider than a normal lane. But when we make a second one, hopefully it works well. I see you like to... Oh yeah, I live very dangerously. We make sure we don't put sushi on our builds. It's wild. We live a wild life over here. We could do this. That's a little bit more compact. This makes you uncomfortable? What about this one? This one's pretty nice. This one just feels wrong. Yeah, I think if we just do this at the end, that would work. Also, this has a very good ability to be upgraded to blue at some point, which is kind of nice. Not blue, red. Red belts at some point. So this has an upgrade path. Okay, now it should tessellate pretty well. So this does use one extra belt, but it's nice and compact. If we wanted to save belt, we can make it one tile wider. But I like this one. Yeah, it doesn't make you more uncomfortable than the underground only run though. I mean, because I think this is gonna have lead to much more clean builds than that one did. You don't like this lane? But what if we get we need to withhold judgment until we get the lane done. You don't like either. Okay, fair. Well, okay. As long as you hate both equally, that's what matters. If you don't like it now, wait until it puts another iron melter next to the copper one. You joke, but that is exactly what's gonna go here. Pantavo only likes apples. I can't blame him. Apples are delicious. Although admittedly, I do like bananas as well. They're both pretty tasty. But well, let's see. I like bananas in smoothies. I like apples plain. I wouldn't put an apple in the smoothie, but there aren't that many times where I want to eat a banana plain. I do, but they're not. I don't crave it as much. So for me, they just they serve two different roles. No? What? What's the no for? Aren't you Team Apple, or have you been converted? Okay, does this work? It should. We do need to get fuel. You like bananas. Wait, I thought you were Team Apple. You've been converted? That's unacceptable. I thought you were the strongest fighter for Team Apple. What have I missed? Oh, banana's disgusting. Okay. We're okay. It all makes more sense now. I thought you were converted. I thought they got to you and you finally broke, and I was concerned. What y'all fighting about? It's a long-running thing in the SteelX Discord about apples versus bananas. Although it is primarily largely Pantavo versus anti-elites. Okay, gotcha. So I can't. You're mad that I like both. I see. I didn't realize it had to be one or the other. I thought it was okay that I played for both teams. I'm sorry. You only deal in absolutes. Just like that sentence. Fair. That's mixed mining. I like saying I deal in I don't like absolutes, because I think that sentence just feels wrong. Because you say it with such conviction that it is an absolute in itself, and when you say it the other way, it makes a lot more sense. But yeah, I never deal in absolutes. That one's fantastic. I love that. I don't know why, but I say that a lot. It's so great. Applutes. Yummy applutes. That sounds like a dessert, honestly. Okay, so copper is good. You know what? I think I'm on your side. I get it now. This one is rough. This one is really cool. This just feels wrong. Last miners were unpowered. Okay. How are they unpowered? Ah, I didn't add the connecting power pole. I was like, they did undergrounds. If they do undergrounds, surely they're powered. There we go. Okay, so that should get us circuits. We have this entire half over here. We can't really do anything here. which is a bit of a mistake. Let's see, what can we do? I don't think we need to worry about it. This can be nothing. We don't need to worry about it. We'll have a gap in our base. At least a gap isn't spaghetti, right? Like that counts for something. Okay, and then we can finally get a mall. Your favorite fruit is a peach named Apple Peach. I did not know that existed. Is it real? That doesn't seem real. Is Apple Peach in your link? Ah, okay. Gotcha. That makes a lot more sense then. Because I looked it up and it just brought me applesauce. Like peach flavored applesauce. But other language translation stuff. I could see that. What is it? What's it the most like comparable to? Is it just a type of fruit or a type of peach? Like a specific species of peach? Or is it like its own distinct thing? A really, really delicious peach in California makes it. Ooh. Sorry, I accidentally clicked Steam on my hotbar, so there's gonna be some frame drops for a bit. Just gotta chill here until those level out. Yeah, I launched Steam and now it's trying to sync all of my cloud saves, which is not ideal. Pineapple, pineapple apple pin. Yeah. That's the real best fruit. We don't really need these to go in a chest, do we? We need these to go in a chest, though. Also, we don't have to automate fast inserters. That's nice. Appelsin is Danish for orange. That's a cool name for orange. Honestly, I wish orange had a more creative name. Like, it's just a color. And I don't know. It's not very interesting. Okay, and then I guess we'll do... Wait, why did I put that here? That's a bad spot for that. Let's move that. There we go. Wait, how do we do this? Ooh, will this output on the right side of the belt? Nope, that outputs... Well, technically it outputs on the right... It does output on the right side of the belt. But that's the wrong side of the belt. At least it's not blueberries. I think blueberries is at least a little bit more exciting than orange. Not a ton, admittedly. Does that work? No, that doesn't work at all. It was a cool idea. Why not call it fruit number 13? Fruit number 13. That's a good name. We just have to memorize all of the fruit numbers. Yeah, I like this. Nectarine? Yes, nectarines are a thing. They are delicious. Is that an apple peach? The like little hairless peaches? Or I mean, yeah, I always think of them as hairless peaches. I think they're slightly different, but that's that's what I always call them. Yeah, oh yeah, nectarines are awesome. No, I get it. Nectarines are delicious. Oh wait, I have an idea. Let's just move the chest up. Oh my gosh, everything keeps ending up on the same side. What am I doing wrong here? I thought this was going to be so compact and cool, but for some reason I can't get everything to side swap. Because the stagger is just a little bit off. Okay, I have a better idea. There we go. Who needs buffers? Right? That's the strat. Yeah, they're awesome. I could see how you can eat 20. They're amazing. We actually we definitely get those more than regular peaches too. I don't know why. Yeah, we definitely can find them. I think they tend to have a better season around here. So we definitely tend to eat a lot more nectarines than peaches. I think they're both amazing. but we definitely get them more. No need to use less yellow assemblers. Yeah. But I was thinking a buffer for here, but I mean conveyors produce so much. There's no reason to buffer them in a separate belt. I don't think. We can always add a separate belt assembler too if we need to. If you can't tell, I'm just trying to like get these things to line up, but it's not working. Yeah, whatever. It'll fix itself. Things will be all right. It doesn't need to be like perfect. And then we also need splitters, which go here. We need a lot more undergrounds than normal. We don't really need a lot of anything else. Okay, these are all clogged. What else? Assembling machines? Yes, assembling machines are good. Actually, wait, every time we've made assembling machines, we've regretted it because we never used them. So let's set up the blue assembler one now. Actually, yeah, there's literally no reason to have these. Whatever, we're just going to delete them. We don't need that early. What we need are these because we keep forgetting to craft them. There we go. Okay, everything looks much nicer now. Why do I have so many circuits? I'm realizing now we definitely don't need this many circuits. Considering we're using not fast inserters. There's nothing really to use up our circuits. You was about to complain about stuck inserter for the undergrounds, but it's superfluous entirely. Oh, you're right. Is that better? I always forget those don't actually need the inserter. Usually I just place everything because it wastes one inserter and then you don't have to think. But yeah, we might as well not do it if we can avoid it. Okay, there we go. Now we can do science. Which... I was hoping to kind of make this a little bit compact, but I think we have things going on the wrong side for that to work. Yeah, I guess this is just going to be like a normal lane, but slightly wide. Unless we want to loop the belt around, but I think that ends up making it wider in the long run, so it doesn't actually help. Because we need green science, and I would like to output on the same side that I input. Input belt for splitters and output chest for miners. I don't know. That doesn't sound that useful. Thank you. I was too distracted by the underground that didn't matter, that I forgot the things that do. We got priorities here. Maybe not the correct priorities, but you know, there are priorities. 15, 32, minus 1. Okay, cool. Those should craft in time. Okay, yeah, this one's gonna look fairly normal because we didn't have the spacing purpose to, or that we didn't have the space here to make it compact easily in a way that was better. There we go. These can keep crafting everything, but honestly, don't think it matters much either way. I think we will do... I think we will use undergrounds here just so it's not super wide. Assuming that works. Because I don't want this to be like ultra wide. So yeah, we'll just use undergrounds, or we'll use belt. Actually, you know what? You know what? We won't use belt. We're gonna snake it. I think that sounds way cooler. Then assembly machines, we need like that should be enough. Yeah, this is cool. Okay, I like it. Now that's a science lane I can get behind. We didn't have the space to make it compact. Yeah, it's... I spoke correctly, but it definitely sounds really weird when you put it like that. Because, like, we could make the assembly machines compact, but then it would have added extra space overall. So it wouldn't have been worth it. But yeah, it sounds wrong. I feel like we could probably... do the lane over there, but yeah, well, let's do it on the other side. Try to keep it pretty. Because if it's going to be a snake on the middle, I don't want it to be a snake and belt weaving at the same time. That just feels weird. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Now we just need to delete all of these, which is, you know what, we're just going to limit them. Because we don't have the inventory to pick them all up. Do we need drills? Not really. What we need are steam engines, and we already have 10, right? So we need 30. And then another 15, and then a bunch of pipe. Oh, no, we'll have an excuse. That's a great spot for steel to go through, I think. No, we'll find a way. Don't worry. There we go. That way I don't have to sideload it. Just looks a little bit nicer this way, I think. It has no practical improvement, but it looks nicer. Yeah, no practical improvement at all. Get the spacing. Okay, now we have this little gap. We can fit something here. We don't really need to, but we can. Yeah, we clearly... This is not where I expected to have a bunch of wasted space, but I don't know what else we could put there. Also, I only have 28 labs for some reason. Did I drop them on the ground? I don't know what happened to my labs. Let's get rid of these gears, though. If I had to guess, when I deleted them, they fell on the ground, so they're still over here, but I don't see them. So I don't actually know where they could be. Or we just can't count. It's possible we just can't count to 32. That is just as likely. And then the labs themselves, pretty much straightforward. There's not going to be any difference, at least not for this section. I actually think the purple belt will actually look exactly like it did for no undergrounds, which is kind of fun. How it's kind of fun how these have a similar restriction or similar design in the end. Oh, and look at that. We almost didn't cover that copper lane. That's something. Yeah, in the no undergrounds run, we did something like this, which worked really well. And we don't have to do the same thing, but it works really well because it uses all long inserters, which is great. Hello, Macho Man. Wait. Maybe Macho Man? Also, my lips are super chapped. Give me 1 second. Okay, give me a few more seconds. The chapstick's farther away. Thought it was. Oh, never mind. I'm just blind. There was chapstick, like, honestly. So I keep chat on my left screen. The chapstick is like 2 inches above where chat is. And when I looked over to read chat, I didn't even see my chapstick. Cool. That's maybe I really should wear my glasses more often though. Yeah, this is not right. This is right. Yeah, there we go. I couldn't remember which one goes into which. Okay, I feel like all of those are placed wrong. I don't know why. Because I don't think they are. They didn't feel right for some reason. Cool, we have way more science than we need, but we do have it. Now we need automation, advanced smelting, lab research, lab research, other research. Okay, should we do steel furnaces? I don't think steel furnaces are ever really worth it. I love how this looks so much. This is so cool. Wait, should we be using this more often? Is this the strat? Because imagine this, right? We have rows after rows of snaked inserters to make them more compact. I think at this point it doesn't really matter much. But that does let you fit them close together. It's, I guess the alternative is to just use undergrounds. And at this point, undergrounds are probably cheaper. But there's something really cool about having two snake designs, like, next to each other. Okay, so next thing we need is steel. I don't know why iron is not, like, doing terribly. I don't know, I feel like by this point, iron is doing pretty rough. I think maybe because we're just making long inserters. Actually, that one makes sense. Yeah, I don't know why iron is doing all right. I mean, that's good that it is. Just unexpected. Our inventory is super full. We should stop picking things up. How's power? Power is limiting. Okay. So we built this with the intention of putting more lanes next to it, but the thing we need next is a steel lane, which not sure how that would work with this design. Okay, what does a normal steel lane look like? A normal steel lane... Well, this kind of steel lane is here. Were you making enough yellow inserters? Probably not with how many... I'm probably not making enough with how many red inserters I'm making right now. Good catch. Ah. We don't have enough input speed. Oh, wait. I think we need to do a supplemental inserter thing here because of green circuit availability. Good catch. They were also probably running on low on belt too. So we'll actually move this as well. Okay, and now we have undergrounds being produced here and here. Actually, I don't know why I said here and here. That's the locations of the inserters. There we go. There we go. And these don't use gears. I don't know if anyone... I noticed this. That's like one of the weirdest things to me about Factorio. I don't know why. But the fact that splitters don't use gears feels wrong to me. Because if you look at them, like... Look, there's giant gears in this icon. Like, technically it uses the gears in the belt. But I feel like it needs extra gears. And I don't know what's wrong. The steel one would look almost normal. Just one extra space on the output side. It would, but I want to try to not do the extra space. If I can. Or try to do it in like a different way. Because this has that double output, this has that extra space. Actually, yeah, the extra space, it barely even has an extra space. Because you could just do... You could just use extra power poles and do that there. If you don't care about the power pole savings. So you could even do it with the same amount of space. But what other ways we could go? A mod that splitters requires gears. That'll be a meme run Monday. Factorio, but splitters require gears. That's the only change. And I pretend like it's some huge challenge that I hype up for days. What if... No, this wouldn't work. Because, I wanted to do direct feeding, but you can't really do direct feeding that well without a coal supply, and I would have to get coal from somewhere else, wouldn't I? This works, right? Is this a bad idea, though? Probably. It also doesn't really have an output, which is a bit problematic. Can I give it an output if I make it farther away? No, I cannot. Yeah, this would be incredibly expensive because it would use like four undergrounds. Let's see, what other options do we have? Obviously, this one works totally fine. If we make it that they only work if this has steel in it, that could work. But I don't think circuit networks this early is necessarily a good option. But we can consider it. Copper here. Or coal here, steel here. Oh, wait. No, I think this is it. Is there any reason for me to do this? I don't think so. Let's see. Spacing is literally exactly the same, but it's more scalable if you only do one lane instead of two, because you don't have to have both outputting to save space, except for the other side. So it's really not better. It looks cool though, and I think that's a reason to do it. Okay, so we'll have outputs on the same side. Is it going to be slower to build? Yes. Is it going to be worse? Actually, no, I don't think it's going to be worse. But yeah, it's definitely not going to be better. Okay, so first things first, let's do iron. And rename iron gear reel to gear. Oh, that's a big change. While you're at it, can you also name this copper cable? Wait, it is copper cable. Which one do I call wrong all the time? Oh, green circuit. It's just going to be Factorio, but you just make everything slightly more what you want it to be. But like only the really minor things, nothing that's actually useful or is going to change anything. Wires. Yeah, they could be wires. I think I've just accepted that I call them cables now. Although I can't prove that. Whenever I think about it, I call them cables. But I can't prove that I actually say that. Iron plate to steel plate, and steel plate to I-beam. That does look like what they look like. Why does iron need to be renamed though there? I mean, I guess it probably is iron, huh? It probably would be a steel plate because it is made with copper. Cool. Actually, I guess the steel plate is, neither of them are necessarily made with any kind of coke. But I definitely support the I-beam one. So many newbies call the iron plate steel plate? Really? I don't think I've ever noticed that. Okay, this looks pretty cool. I just realized a flaw with this design. There isn't a good way to connect the ore patches here. We'll make it work, but yeah, there's not a great way to do it, huh? Not without an underground. You just had some bad luck. That's possible, yeah. Just join one where everybody calls everything underoos or undies. Like, I've heard of that in chat. I've never seen someone actually call undergrounds that IRL. I believe that it's a thing, but I've never seen it for myself. Okay, do we actually have drills? Of course not. Why would he have grabbed them? That sounds useful. We don't do that. We don't make good decisions here. I mean, we could craft a bunch of cables. Like, I don't have the resources to handcraft anything either. Yeah, let's just feed this copper and call it good. And then do we need more inserters? We don't really need more inserters. I'll grab some. Okay, this is not looking better. I don't think we set this up properly. No, we did not. Okay, well, at least we haven't been research speed limited in any way that matters. But yeah, that was definitely not right. Cool. That is a lot of drills. Awesome. Okay, do we redesign the iron patch? Probably not. We have a couple options. We have a lot of iron here. This is actually a pretty nice map for our patches early on. I feel like usually we have some pretty bad iron when we max out the resources, but this one's solid. But yeah, we could do a splitter, or we could just drag this belt farther and get a dedicated resources. Also, green science, red science bottle. I've never been tempted to call them bottle, but calling them by their color is fantastic. Well, except there is the problem. Don't people call military science black science sometimes? That one I don't get. That one I've never got. I've also heard yellow science called green science, although I think that was by someone who was colorblind, so that might have had a reason behind that. But I definitely saw someone who referred to utility as green science. I have no idea what they referred to green science as, though. Logistic science. If utility was green. Absolutely no guesses there. What other colors are there? Yeah, what other color? Orange, maybe? Or no, maybe they called yellow orange. I don't know. Something was different. Something was like a color that I've never heard before for Factorio. It was either yellow was orange or yellow was green. It could have been both. I could see both. Maybe I've met two separate instances of this. But I mean, considering they're not their official names, it doesn't actually matter. I'm just trying to remember what it actually was. Because now I'm curious. Okay, so then we do another lane here. Which goes here? No, that's not right. Here. Oh my gosh, this feels so not compact. But I guess that's just the nature of steel lanes. So yeah, I don't think that's necessarily because of the no under. I don't think this is necessarily not compact because of the long inserters. I think it's just because it's a steel lane and they always feel really wide when you look at the double lane. Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking. I might be thinking of the assemblers. And then somebody called like one of the sciences orange and then the assemblers yellow. I could see that. That could be the reason for my confusion. I always call them yellow. To me, they're yellow assemblers, but they definitely have a bit of a grayish hue, especially like if your monitor is just a little bit different than somebody else's. It's like that shade of yellow, where you could yellowish green, where it very easily could look like the other one. Actually, yeah, no, actually, it's all coming together now. The issue with the yellow and green assemblers was somebody just called them green assemblers, and I was confused because I never heard that before. And then I had another friend who had a monitor that was not calibrated, and everything looked orange to them. There we go. Okay, mystery solved. It's not a it's my own personal mystery that has not bothered me at all or affected my life, but I'm glad that now that I've thought about it, it's not going to bother me anymore. Also, we haven't connected coal yet to this lane. And I didn't leave space to connect coal, so that's going to be something we figure out. Yeah, what side of the debate do you fall on? It will continue not bothering. Exactly. That's true. It will continue not bothering me now that it hadn't bothered me before. Are you team yellow? Yeah, I think this doesn't, I mean, this works, but wait, I know what we can do. Wait, this doesn't work, does it? No, that doesn't work. Well, yeah, I can use a splitter and an underground, but I need to get it. That works for this one. It doesn't work for this one, so I was trying to think of something that worked for both. But I think I just have to accept that they're different and just accept it. Wait, that doesn't work, does it? If we can power it, it works. Let's put it on the other side. Let's just put it on the other side. Yeah, okay, so that works for that one. Now, how do we do it for this one? Because this one steel goes the other way. Which means we need iron over here, which actually... Can we sideload it? No. I guess we can still do the underground thing, right? No, that's on the wrong side. We could kind of do that. Oh, that is ugly. But it technically is functional. You do call military science black too, so you might be biased. That one I actually don't have a color preference for. For that one, I've never built it enough to actually refer to it by color. Okay, let's try to fix this. This is just this one. This one looks really cool. This one looks awful. If we just move it a tile, does that work? Doesn't really solve anything. It does look a little bit better this way. I could just do one of those power poles. This looks better with the power pole there. That's something. Only downside is this is not really perfectly balanced, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Yeah, I think of it as gray science if I ever have to assign it a color, but since I never really build it, I'm definitely not biased against giving it a color. Actually, both of these prioritize that side of the belt. Or that, yeah, that's a problem. Okay. That way they use two different sides of the belt, so we don't have to worry about side balancing as much. That's a start. Okay, now we can filter this out. How did we brown out? How did we possibly brown out? Huh. How did we? Like, how is our power deficit that bad that we browned out with direct fed power lanes? That's weird. Like, obviously it happened, and we have to go fix it. But it is a bit surprising. I feel like usually if you have a direct fed, like usually brownouts I feel like happen from inserters slowing down. I guess the drills also slow down, so that's no different. These ones aren't blinking yet, probably because they haven't had mine. Okay. Oh, this is a much smaller power plant than I thought it was. Okay, I can see how that might have browned out then. One, two, three, four, 1, 2. Okay. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to direct fed power this time. I'm very glad we have it. Although we do have to do, we should do a non-direct fed power plant soon because I do have an idea, and I really wanna realize it. The one we were talking about earlier that would not be good, but I wanted to do it just for the sake of it. That steals power, or it steals coal from the boiler in front of it. Which, yeah, there's literally no reason to do it. It just looks, I think it will look cool. It might not look like anything, but it's worth a shot. Okay, hopefully these run long enough to get out of that. Okay, we're good. Brownout solved. Okay, so this is my idea for the power line. Honestly, we still have the boilers. We can set it up right now. Assuming we have enough undergrounds. We don't really need the power right now, but I wanna get it built. Pool's not really in a good spot for building this though. I guess we'll just build it here, and we'll just have water go a little bit extra. Yeah, the idea was that we have a boiler here, and this takes from that boiler and puts it across from it. And I think this barely has the speed to work. Let's do it. Let's see, 1.2 times. Yeah, this has the speed to work technically. Yeah, this was my idea. In my mind, it required undergrounds. Was that wrong, or is this not functional? This might... I think it just doesn't require undergrounds. I don't know why I thought it would. Okay, yeah, now... The fact that this doesn't require undergrounds makes it, like, actually not a bad idea. Which is weird, because I thought it was going to be, like, really expensive. And now it's like, oh, it's the same amount of inserters. You probably lose, like, 0.5% or something of your fuel wasting extra inserter movement. But that's not a consideration. That's not even a consideration in burner stuff. I can't imagine that's going to be a consideration here. Yeah, no, this is a cool lane. What kind of... This probably would have a lot of... This feels like it would have a lot of brownout issues. I get the feeling that this will cause problems. But maybe it won't. Do we have enough for this? Well, not if we mix mine. Yeah, can we... I think this works. We only need 30, right? For the double lane. Is this 30? 37. Oh, that's more than enough. Perfect. Okay. We can't build any of this, but it's here if we need it. We do need an underground, and we'll also need water. Let's get water later. We'll come back. Oh, wait, we haven't done pipes. That's why our iron is looking so good. We haven't set up pipes yet. Also, we haven't been researching. Two things that might cause... Wait, do we need cars? We don't need cars. What do we need? Fluid handling. This is not default settings. We don't really need a car. Belt might be useful. Fluid handling, oil processing. If I'm being honest, I completely forgot about blue science. I was just having too much fun designing these that I wasn't even thinking ahead. But yeah, we have some cool looking lanes. I like them. 3 different designs here, which is cool. Especially since these kind of work together. I feel like there's a better way to do the belts, but I'm not sure what that is yet. And then what else? These are good. These aren't capped. Don't think they really need to be, but I might as well cap them. Undergrounds. Wait, why are we doubling up undergrounds? Oh, because this one doesn't work anymore. So we're not actually doubling up undergrounds. Okay, so we need to get assembly machines automated. That should be pretty straightforward. Actually, you know how earlier I was saying I thought I would send steel through there? I don't think I'll be sending steel through there, because steel comes from the other side. Wait, this doesn't work. Why did I think that would work? What did I think was going to happen there? I clearly had an idea. Maybe I thought they were double chests. I don't know. It's fine though. Okay, so we send steel up here. I was thinking we were going to snake steel through here, but we'll have to snake something else through instead. I also am pretty sure we'll need red belts if we want to snake something through there looking at it. So not sure how that's going to work. Okay, so we need pipes. Let's do those first. Pipes first, and then undergrounds, which use iron and pipes from this belt. Good. I think for steel we can sideload it there. That should be fine. We also need a chest for pipes. So these are going to be limited to like 4. These are going to be limited to like 5, 100 pipe, 1,000 pipes. Yeah, that sounds plenty. And now we need pump jacks. We really don't need to automate any of these, especially since we can't automate pump jacks yet because we haven't set them up yet. We really don't need pump jacks then. Does this work? Yeah. Okay. Doing like a little tight little angle like you do with regular inserters uses a lot more space with long hands. Hello, Vega. Welcome, welcome. Technically functional. That's what matters. And then this goes here. Cool. This is a very unbalanced mall. Like, because now we don't have anything to put here, because everything has to go here now. So we just have a lot of gaps. I'm going to blame the long inserters for that. We try to save space elsewhere, and we end up making huge gaps throughout it. Technically functional is the best kind of functional. That's true. It's better than non-functional. I think that counts for a lot. No, that definitely counts for something. Radars and repair kits. Oh, you know what? You're actually right, though. We do need radars. The amount of times last week I complained about not having radars means we should really automate them. I could add more gears. Are we gear limited? I'm not sure yet if we have enough iron. To expand gears yet. I mean, I guess we are slightly gear limited. Let's upgrade everything to blue assemblers, and then that'll really show what's broken when there's things get upgraded. That'll be good. Good for everything. Okay, these are limited by... Oh, they are limited by iron. That's actually... I wasn't expecting to just be iron. Does everything have a prio? Yes, it does. Okay. I think it's because iron isn't being sideloaded late enough. But I don't really see a way about it if I want this to run full speed. Maybe I just don't have that run full speed. Maybe that's the strat. Okay. Oh, wait. Where's all our iron going? Oh, it's going into gears. I think we just need more iron, actually. I don't think it's a side loading issue. I think it just... We're not producing enough here. We need more here, which we can definitely get. Because we could do an iron lane here pretty easily. Yeah, let's do iron. We also need... What is that? Can we do oil processing yet? No, we cannot. We can do the assembly machines, though. Okay, let's see. Let's get chests. Also, should I just switch to steel chests? Because that's what I can afford. That seems like a bad idea. Bricks, pump jacks, or not bricks, chemical plants and pump jacks. 40 is usually enough, right? No, 60. That way we can do all of rocket fuel at the same time. Wait, rocket fuel. Never mind. I'm thinking of the assemblers for rocket fuel. Let's do 40. And then 20 pump jacks is more than sufficient. Send these over. Okay. Those will produce. We need a little bit of bricks. We don't need a ton, but we might as well automate that. And then I decided I need more iron. I did say this would be easy to expand into red belt, right? No, I was talking about this. This one does not expand as easily into red belt. I mean, I guess both of them... Yeah, I guess for both of them I should just do more furnaces. We're also running low on coal, though, so we can't do anything until we get more coal. Or furnaces. You know what? Okay, we're going to the furnace lane. So we have a couple options here. We could do steel furnaces, which we won't be able to build anything with steel furnaces yet, but we could prep for steel furnaces, or we could wait until bots to do that. Or we could just do the brick lane or stone furnaces, because, I don't know, having large sets of red inserters is pretty neat. I think that counts for a lot. You just have a lot of red inserters, and you get more red inserters if you use stone furnaces. Twice as many, in fact, at least for the smelting lanes. Which, in that case, we're going to automate furnaces. There we go. That way we have to stop crafting them, because that will be useful if we use them for bots. And then we'll delete these. Not that we need the iron quite yet, but might as well get rid of them, so that way I don't have to think about it later. We could also come back with grenades. Grenades are useful for this. We don't need coal. At least not from there. We do need coal here, though, because I did say we were running low on coal. That's mixed mining. That's bad. Oh, there's a lot of mixed mining here. This is actually a pretty bad inside coal patch. It's pretty much good enough for smelting, and that's about it. Maybe we can get one more here? Okay, that's good. Oh, but then there's this entire section down here. Okay, never mind. I think we might be able to get enough for plastics, too, then. Okay, and then because we didn't leave space, we will use undergrounds here. Good, and then let's see, how much more can we get? I feel like we can definitely get a little bit more out of this. Not a ton. Yeah, this will be good. That's what biters are for. That's true, we should have left on biters, because then if you have biters on, you can just leave your base, make a new one elsewhere, and then eventually biters will destroy the old base, right? But that's not as fun as grenades, because then grenades, you know you did the destruction yourself, and that just feels great. Okay, so we have more coal, we have more furnaces. Okay, cool, we can make a stone brick lane, which is going to be overkill. But yeah, we might as well do a stone brick lane. Do I want to keep which pattern do I want to keep here? I feel like if we're getting to things we'll copy for bots, I want to keep this pattern because I'm pretty sure this is going to be way nicer for bots. Because this one's pretty manual. Yeah, we'll switch to this one. So this one did not fully realize its efficiency. But that's kind of, when the efficiency comes from scaling with something next to it, it's definitely pretty hard to make something compact. Because you're always going to have those outliers that weighs like 4 tiles. Definitely glad I built it though, because it is neat. Neat little design. Kind of forgot what this looks like though. Oh right, I did not leave nearly enough space. That's why it wasn't fitting. There we go. Okay, that's way better. Wait, we need bricks, don't we? We also need more iron. Should I do like half an iron lane and then a brick lane? How do I go about this? That's the real question. Let's just do an iron lane first. We'll do bricks later. No, we'll do bricks. If I don't do bricks now, we'll never do bricks. But this isn't supposed to be a brick lane. That is an iron lane, so let's do bricks here. So we only need 12 for bricks. Also, bricks only needs to be a half lane, so that means we delete this. Iron goes where? Output is there. I need to output that onto the other side. How do I do this? Because we also want to put stone on here for later. Maybe I should have just kept the same lane. Yeah, honestly, I should have just... Well, I guess that would have been on the wrong side. Okay, let's see if we can shift it over one tile, though, so that way it's consistent. Well, nah, we don't need it to be consistent. It's a different looking lane. It can look different. There we go. Okay, stone brick's good. What else? We should probably get the stone for it, though, before I call it good, huh? Output, input. Okay, and then hopefully we can fit more steel lane next to this. But this should be connected? No, it's not, because we don't have the undergrounds yet, but now it should be connected. Now time for an iron lane. Actually, nope. I just said that we need to finish this now, because I will keep postponing it. I have done it too many times. Honestly, even today. It's like twice already. We've delayed bricks, but yeah, I just need to accept it. Like, it's not hard, I'm just lazy. Oh, I will admit that. At least this time around. When it comes to setting up bricks. It's just, I don't find brick lanes that satisfying to build, so I always put them off. Because they're like one of those things where they're almost satisfying, but then it's 12 furnaces long. And it's only 1/2, because you don't need that many bricks. So like, it's something that would be really fun to build if it was larger. Because I just like building furnace lanes, honestly. I find it really fun. Wait, why am I doing this? Wait, this is supposed to be here. I was like, realizing as I was building that I was way too many drills. There we go. The ones in the middle aren't powered yet, but we'll get to that. 1, 2, and 3. Underground, underground, and underground. You have a brick array? Ooh. Is it like your sticks and... Is it like your rail one where it's just like insanely compact and ultra beaconed? It is full length, but half width. Interesting. Actually, I've been wanting to do that because I never like how like stubby these look. Maybe I should start doing full length but half width lanes. Because I don't think it's that difficult. It's just a matter of like I always forget every time I tell myself I want to do that. We just need to make 4 passes to build this, which, oh, huh, we ran out of long inserters. That is surprising. Let's do power poles then. Because we might be able to handcraft enough long inserters for this by the time we could like make a trip back. How's our research? Explosives, we don't have cliff explosives. I'm not going to cancel that, but we definitely don't need it. I feel like we're missing something. Plastics. I was like, wait, we don't have blue science yet. There we go. That makes way more sense. Stubby lanes are convenient for dragging Roboport coverage, though. Yeah, they're great for that. But if I'm at that point where I'm at Roboports, then everything is just going to be steel furnaces, and it's going to be stubby anyway. But I guess if you just have like the occasional stubby lane thrown in, that would just give you natural Roboport coverage without having to think about it. So yeah, maybe I can just pretend this is space for a Roboport later. Yeah, there we go. That works for me. Okay, and then we place the rest of them, and we should be good to go. This doesn't have iron in it. It also doesn't go anywhere. So apparently my idea of good to go doesn't mean anything. So we're going to make some spaghetti, as we are known for. And it's perfect. Kind of. You know, it works. It works. That's what matters. Oh, hold on. I have a message. Is it important? Oh, it's about dinner? No, it's not. I thought it was about dinner. I'm trying to decide what I want for dinner. I don't know why. I don't know if anyone's who here is familiar with Jack in the Box. They have very low quality tacos. But like they just have like some kind of funky taste that you crave. It's hard to explain it because I wouldn't describe them as good, but I enjoy them. They're like definitely a guilty pleasure food. I think maybe that's the way to describe it. It's a guilty pleasure food all the way. But yeah, they're not good, but they're enjoyable. Is the only way I can think to describe it. And they just have a weird funky flavor to them. I don't know what it is. Bad grease, who knows? But yeah, I really like Jack in the Box, and I haven't had it in a while. But on the other hand, I've had tacos 4 times this week because we had leftovers, so it's pretty much been every single meal for lunch. So going from like actually decent tacos to those, I think might be a bit of a shock. So who knows? Can't imagine it's going to be worth it. But yeah, Jack in the Box, highly recommend. It's like highly recommend with like 10 asterisks, but it's a fun place to eat. Also, it's the only fast food place I know of where you can get fries, a burger, tacos, and an egg roll. Which just, you know, you don't normally see that combination because that's like 3 different food groups thrown into one. There's no reason for them to be in one restaurant. There we go. Okay, we have bricks. Let's get steel furnaces started real quick. And also refineries, because we don't really need to automate refineries, but I keep forgetting to handcraft them in every single run, so we're just gonna fully automate them. Right here. Perfect. And we ran out of long inserters. Wow, we had just enough long inserters for our lane. That's actually pretty cool. I don't remember which part of these they need. I think it's just gears, right? Yeah, gears and circuits. Doesn't need the iron. Okay, and then there was something else I wanted to build here, but I don't think it was that important. We needed to expand power. So that's 40 more steam engines. We actually need 80 more steam engines. What are we missing? Gears and iron, probably. Yeah, we can craft 80 more engines. Let's see, iron lane should eventually start. I don't understand how we have iron problems if they're so backed up. Oh wait, they're backed up because they can never clear themselves, duh. 1, 2, 5. Okay, so that makes 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we've already done the boilers, so that's good. Let's just queue up a bunch of them for later, though, so we don't forget. -1, right? Yeah, -1. Okay, what do we need to do next? I feel like we're missing something. Honestly, we just need oil. We'll give this a bit of time. We'll do the power plant while those finish, and then we can do oil. Let's see. What do you think the what do you think the blue lane is gonna look like? The blue science lane. Surely it's gonna be a lot different, right? Surely there isn't a way we're already designing it that uses exclusively long inserters and is easy to build. What will change though? The gears, I guess, will change. Yeah, the blue science lane is gonna look identical. Plastic is gonna look pretty much the same. So yeah, at least we can rely on those being consistent. Yeah, if we didn't already build things with long inserters half the time, true. that would make a difference, huh? Because now it's just like everything from this point on, aside from blue circuits, is generally just built with long inserters in mind. I guess what isn't? I guess the purple lane, the standard purple lane won't work, will it? That needs short inserters, so that one will have to change. Not a ton, but it will have to change. Yeah, this one wasn't my proposal. I forget who suggested it. I don't know, someone thought it would be fun. I thought it seemed like a good one to throw in when I wasn't up to doing like a super intense one, just to get a little bit of changes in our builds. Which is why we, spent some extra time in the early game to mess around with those old ones, because those are the ones that are going to be impacted the most. Like the stuff at the start. Now it doesn't really matter how we build things, because now everything is cheap. We can just waste inserters if we want. But like this, I think this power lane is really fun. Like, this is just so cool. I wish we had more pipes on us, though. And weren't so far from water. Yeah, I think this is like this is basically a normal, basically a normal power plant, right? We just steal coal from the one across from it. That's really cool, though. There was an idea I had, I think, for a burner power plant, which I don't think it was good in any situation. I couldn't think of any benefit because it just wastes a lot of fuel. But the idea was to have like 3 rows of drills or 3 rows of coal, and then you steal coal from the burner, or 3 rows of boilers, and you steal coal from the boiler in front of you. The main reason it's problematic with burner inserters is because burner inserters are super slow and can barely support a boiler anyway. So when you're trying to support 3, you run into problems of scalability pretty fast. But yeah, that's a cool power plant. I like that a lot. Also, do we have any iron on us? Can we make a radar? We automated them, but we didn't grab any. But at least that's progress. Yeah, it's a neat little lane, and I'm pretty sure it's connected. Yeah, we're good. Okay, what else do we need? Is there any more blue science research? I guess we can do concrete and mining productivity. Those are kind of useful. Okay, so our bricklaying looks good, steeling looks good. At least these all look different. Our starting mall looks a lot different. At least it has a lot more inserters. I love how these look. I think if I ever did any multiplayer runs, I probably would have had designs that looked exactly like they did in a speedrun. Because I think in multiplayer runs, you pretty much use exclusively long inserters for things. Because you get blue circuit or blue inserters. Blue inserters. Third time's the charm. You get blue inserters so late proportionally to those that you just have to design your whole mall around not having them. These are limited on gears. That's fine. We should probably have things limited though. I think we forgot to limit some things. Yep. We needed like 10 radars total. We didn't need this many. It's kind of too late now though. Okay, so gears should eventually make their way over here. So we have enough refineries. Also, look at this very convenient plastic patch. That's perfect. We have iron here. Let's see, what did we need? We needed pipes and we needed gears. Let's do iron on the same side. So let's do them here. 4, 8. Did I really make 8? We need like 3. 3, and then I wanted a steam engine assembler as well. And then output. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's what this iron was for, I think. Okay, and then we'll do a little loop thing. There we go. Output. Hopefully everything's on the right side. Input, power it, and then steam engines, because why not? Might as well have them automated. How are these not connected? Where should they connect to power? Okay, cool. Yeah, this iron will eventually go somewhere. I think it can just go under, though. Can I see my brick smelters? My brick smelters are... this weird split thing. Because I wanted to sideload coal, or I wanted to sideload stone onto the same side while I was thinking about it. I think it looks really cool. I think it's very unnecessary, but I think it does look kind of neat. We could have also, another option would have been to send stone through here and then sideload it at the end. Would have been a little bit more compact, but I think something about this having like half a lane right next to each other makes it look like everything is slightly off the grid. And you know, we need to prepare for more off-grid stuff. Just get used to that off-grid look, because that off-grid mod was cursed. Your design is cooler. Oh no, I have no doubt your design is cooler. Does yours use all long inserters too? Okay, where does this go also? What am I trying to make? We need red chips, we need bricks. Let's do what I don't really want to do a mix lane, but I don't want to do a dedicated plastic lane yet. So I think what I'm going to do is the normal one. You can see it in Discord. Why didn't that command work? I thought commands worked in the middle of text. Huh, is Nightbot down? Hello, Nightbot? Oh, there we go, Nightbot's cooperating. Okay, let's pull out this design real quick. Let's see what this one is. Is it worth the leading R's? That's the real question. Well, that one uses inserters, so that one's definitely not the right one. Oh, that's an interesting way, though, to get 2 lanes. That's a cool way to get 2 lanes of furnaces. Or 2 lanes of stone. Okay, so this is for getting like a full 12 lane too. Gotcha. That's really neat, though. I like the double side load you have with the stone. Wait, what purpose does that serve? Oh, it saves one tile horizontally. That's cool. Can't really pull up the image real quick, can I? I just realized this is not screen shared. It had something like this to sideload stone, so that way stone was on the top, so that way they could have an inserter here. That was the gist of it, what I was talking about. So that way it has a double lane of stone going this way. Lets you do 24 furnaces in a row. I can also probably just add a picture, huh? If I can figure out. No. I think I need to set up a screen sharing thing. I'm not sure. I'm scared to do that because I haven't really double checked to make sure things don't have like just my full name in Windows, which is why I do program sharing instead of screen sharing, which makes it very difficult when someone like sends one thing to pull on screen real quick. What I used to do is open Firefox, but I don't have that installed right now. Okay. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Which way do I want to do blue science? I probably want blue science over here, which means I need copper here and iron here. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, that's true. That's true. The link is in the Discord. But I just meant for like, I just meant in general. I've been meaning to set something up so that way it's easier for me to screen share things without paranoia of being like, oh, hey, that's my social security number. I can't imagine. I don't think I have anything saved with my social security number. That would be an extreme scenario. But yeah, maybe I just need a. I could do a separate. I could do a separate Windows folder. That might be a good idea. Does this work? Yes. This works just fine. And then for the same reason, we need extra inserters, so we'll do this. Hello, Home Alone. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, nothing's. Oh wait. Oh wait. Let's do the same copper thing here. Yeah, we're just not letting myself use regular inserters. So all of our builds are just a little bit wider than normal. Just because it seems like just a fun little like day, a fun little day run, which I like to have every now and then. I think we need double inserters here because they're too slow. Copper, and then where does copper come from? Wait, no, not like that. We have, oh my gosh, if we had one more tile here, this would work. Okay, we're moving the steam engine assembler because this is just too like, that was like too close to working perfectly. We're just gonna delete it because we can put the steam engine assembler over here, no problem. It doesn't affect anything. There we go. Steam engines are up again. I think they were inserter limited. I keep forgetting long inserters are pretty slow. We could get stack size, but I feel like stack size seems kind of cheaty, so I haven't been using it. That would solve most of the design problems, but I want to use a lot of inserters. It sounds fun to just use a ton of these. Okay, copper should be good. This is too many, right? Oh, this is too many. Okay, another row, another output. There we go. We need more copper soon for this to work, but yeah, this will be good for now. Get rid of the circuits. They need to go to the other side. Okay. Now we need to get plastic here. So plastic, I don't think is going to look that much different. Let's see. We have input, output. Okay, the only difference is it just needs an extra tile. That's pretty straightforward. It probably also needs double outputs. I'm not sure. I never remember what the crafting speed of plastic is. Hey, and oh, look at that. That's honestly a very nice coal patch. We weren't planning to have that, but I'm definitely not going to complain about it. Although this would be a good spot for sulfur, and now we have coal here, but oh well. It happens. We ran out of belts. Those should be pretty easy to get. Do we need undergrounds? No. Do we need anything? No. Okay, we're good. Okay, undergrounds. Do I have enough coal? I think they need... I think it needs 2 per each, right? So yeah, this is enough coal, barely. And then where do we have oil? Is there oil? Ooh, cool, there's oil down there. Refineries? I could probably cram refineries in here. Let's give it like 3 tiles of space first, though. There we go. I don't think I need to try to conserve this coal patch, but I just, even when the patches are on high, I really can't bring myself to cover super close patches, you know? Like, it's one of those things, you never really get used to it. Even if you know you never, like, realistically are going to need that patch. It just feels wrong. Feels wrong to cover it, and feel like it's just not accessible if you ever change your mind. Okay, oil should be easy to get. We do need more... We do need to get more undergrounds, though. Because we have them all. We have a chest with all the undergrounds we need. But I keep forgetting to grab them. So let's do that now. Let's do that now before I postpone it for the upteenth time. Those are powered. Good. Look at that. Undergrounds. That's not that many. We also don't have that much pipe. Oh, okay. Our inventory is way more full of junk than I thought. Anything else we need? Flammables, technically we need. I don't remember if we have cliffs on. I don't think we have cliffs, but let's research cliff explosives just in case. I think we would have ran into a cliff by now, though. But we're not researching anything else. Until we get blue science, we have nothing left to research. Okay, so grab this. Is that connected right? Yes, it is. Actually, should I even be using undergrounds here? I think undergrounds are just more complicated to place. And then I think we have everything we need. But like when you have patches that are this close, using undergrounds isn't really worth it. It's great for pressure, but pressure isn't an issue with 600% sliders usually. Also, speaking of oil, oil pressure, I did some tests the other day with burner percent, because someone did mention that, like, someone did mention that fluids, like, I should probably test the impact of the fluid handling on my UPS for my burner 100%, which was fair. Definitely glad I tested it, but it seems like we will be okay. I did a stress test. It obviously didn't have biters or any of the rest of the base in it, but my new design did seem to be about, what was it, 30-40% better than my old design, something like that. Or is it 50? I'm not sure if you divide or multiply in this one. It ran at 67 UPS compared to 40 of my old design of a comparable size. So I think we are definitely good in that department. So even though we are using significantly more fluids than we used to, we still have significant UPS savings over our old design. Due to just how many inserters we saved. Long hands felt so much easier than short only. It is. The reasons that I'm not doing short... the reason I'm not doing short only is because burner inserter stuff is just by design short only. So I'm already like working on... I already spend like 4 hours a week working on things that are designed around not having long inserters. So while it is a harder version, we're already doing that with like extra limitations. So I just couldn't until we get that out of the way, I couldn't bring myself to just do more short only things. 'Cause yeah, we have a lot of clever workarounds to not having long inserters there. But maybe once all that is done, we can just do one with electricity, because it will still be a lot better than doing burner only. Fluids are hard as the detailed info lies about the UPS impact. Interesting. Does it... How does that work? Like what part of it is a lie? Also, why aren't these working? There's no circuits on this. Do we not connect the belt? Oh, I switched all of the inserters. I see the problem then. Yeah, this thing was just a mess in general, huh? Okay, so things were facing the wrong way and accidentally side loading. We should be good now. But yeah, what aspect of it is lied about? Does it just like flat out give the wrong info, making it seem like it's worse than it is? Oh, fair. Yeah, multi-threading definitely complicates something when you're trying to divide it by when you're trying to divide it by 60 in your head. Actually, I don't know why I said divide it by 60. Why divide it by frames? But yeah, I could see how that could cause some problems. I thought that was probably what it was, but I couldn't. I wasn't confident enough to just guess that outright. Let's do these. And then expand it one tile. There we go. Okay, and then... Yeah, this is literally just the standard lane. No part of this section is different. Except for the fact that we added like 2 assemblers to it. And look at that. Well, okay, this part's different. Technically speaking, this part's different. Because we're sending yellow science, or sending blue science up. That counts, right? That's technically different. Wait, how do we do this? There's not really a good spot for a buffer chest here because of how wide they are. Okay, we'll send that up. Red chips go this way. This should work. Wait, there's not a buffer there. Whoops. Oh, these are so space inefficient. Wait, I think I know what to do. Yeah, that's what we do. Okay, never mind. I think I got it. Blue science can be built the exact same way as 100% base friend from Nephrons. It can be built the same way as any speedruns. Pretty much. That's what I've been joking about for a few minutes about how different this is, because this is just the any percent design pretty much, but slightly staggered because I wanted to add an extra module. They pretty much all look the same. The only one that might look different maybe would be multiplayer, but pretty much all the designs use the same one because it's just really fast to do 5 inserters in a row with all long inserters. Like it's hard to go wrong with that no matter what kind of run you're doing. Wave defense probably doesn't look the same, considering they don't do research in that one. Okay, that works. And then we just need to figure out how to get sulfur over here. Because water is actually really far away, so this is going to be be really ugly. Yeah, okay, I immediately regret having this coal in the way. I was thinking it would be so nice, but it's just made everything ugly. Because this is where I want sulfur to be. See, what side of the belt will this place on? This actually places on the correct side. Yeah, we're working on our own, actually. We're working on our own design for 100%. We'll have some fun designs. Of course, they will not be built with long inserters. They will be built with burner inserters. But I think the concept will be the same. But yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. I think. It's going to take like 12 hours probably for the run. 10 to 12 hours is 10 to 16 hours. Let's give it a range. Let's give it a large range because it very well might be like 10 hours. I would not be like, I think minimum is going to be 10 because of how bad burner inserters are. I can't imagine it's gonna be above 16 unless I'm really, really bad at using it. Unless I have a lot of trouble adjusting to a controller for it. But I imagine we're gonna be bot limited more than like placement speed limited, so I don't think it's gonna be too bad. And then we'll be UPS limited for like 4 hours. Can you even survive streaming for 16 hours? I mean, the nice thing is that it's only going to be like 8 hours, and then I'll probably just end the stream and just AFK for the last 8. Because what am I going to do for 4 hours? Or we just do Suika game. But yeah, the nice thing about that one is if it's towards the 16-hour mark, I think that means we've like UPS bottlenecked like 6 hours before the end. So I think no matter what, the actual like having a stream section will probably only be like under 12 hours. Unless for some reason I just want to stream watching green circuits chip up or tick up. Lazy Bastard? Lazy Bastard isn't a huge problem. The main problem is actually kind of Gotlap. Like you can get Gotlap really fast by hand feeding, but hand feeding also means you're not building a base. So to do a fully automatic base with burner inserters, it just takes a long time to get started. So that's the problem that I'm anticipating. Gotlab is hard. Well, we're not going to do Gotlab. Gotlap is never a problem though. The only reason it's a problem in 100% is because they're trying to build a lot of the base before getting Gotlap. Yeah, Gotlap by itself is 100% hand fed, but the base is not, like, you can't really do anything with the base after. So like, while you could get the achievement, you're just wasting 30 minutes. So like, it's better to just, you know, not rush the achievement unless you have to. Same reason why 100% runs go for Gotlap. Go for bots first. Because, like, it's not that important to get the achievement out of the way. You can get it way earlier and not have to stress about it. Like, you could easily get it in, like, 30 minutes to an hour. Well, probably not 30 minutes with Lazy Bastard. You could very easily do it in, like, in under an hour. But the more you wait, the more time you can spend building the rest of the base. Which is way more useful. Okay, I think we're running out of coal, right? Wait, what's the problem here? We should have enough circuits, right? Oh wait, no, we won't have enough. We won't have enough until we place the modules. Never mind. This looks right. We did 2 extra assemblers than we normally do, so we are going to be limited. Okay, so we have steel, we have pipes, right? We can cut through here, I think. That'll be gears, this will be steel. Yeah, it's definitely, a lot of the considerations with burner inserter are similar, but they're all just a little bit different because it's like, oh, right, we need to get coal here. And then it just complicates things a lot more than I would like it to. There we go. For some reason, I thought those were both outputs, so I was trying to balance the outputs, but they're not both outputs. Okay, this needs to be on this other side because we'll be putting batteries there, right? Does it matter what side it goes on? Actually, wait, it's on the right side. No, I want it on that side. Then we can just output batteries directly there. We'll probably call it soon, after I get bots. A new taco places? Opened at the end of your street? Ooh. That's exciting. That's big news. Have you been there yet? This is a weird. Let's... Hmm. Does this work? Oh gosh, yep. Okay, technically this works. Don't like it, but it does work. There we go. Yeah, I should have just made them all vertical. I kind of forgot I was going to need more for sulfuric acid, so I wasn't even thinking. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, that's awesome. I had tacos a lot. I've had tacos a lot this week. They're awesome, so I mean, I have no issues having tacos that often, but yeah, I've had a lot of them this week. We had extra chicken, so I've just been using it as tacos. Because, yum. Yuri's and Ephraim's base can get Gotlab with pushing trains after labs and steel. But it ends an hour later after then. Yeah, when they call it Gotlab, that's specifically making a pun about getting Gotlab with bots, I'm pretty sure. At least that's my understanding. Like, when they call it Gotlab, getting on... Which doesn't even make sense. Getting on track like a bot, I guess? That kind of makes... I mean, it kind of makes sense. But I'm pretty sure that's why they replaced the B. Or is it just an accent? I'm pretty sure it's a pun, right? That's not just an accent thing? What if we need iron. Oh, you're right, that is Botlab. I've seen Gotlab before, though. Because I've seen them both, and I thought the context was the same. Maybe it's not. Now I'm questioning everything. Also, we need copper, or we need iron. That should be easy to get. Got lab as in you got a lab. Oh, I see. It's when you get the lab placed. the first lab in the game. Man, my lab split for burner percent will be like... My got lab split will be 10% because I got a lab. Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with this cannon. Okay, is this good? I think so. Yeah, it's weird. It's not really where I meant to build everything, but it works. Okay, I guess I do want steel on the other side. Now that I'm building it and realizing I did not leave the space I thought I did for batteries, things are getting a lot messier than they should have. It takes about 150 seconds to build a lab. Oh yeah. Right, it's a tile too low, thank you. Is that the crafting time, or is that the speed it takes you in your tasks? I'm not sure if that's the total crafting time of a lab. No, the crafting time is 22 seconds. Okay, that's the task. That's your task speed for it? Dang. Is that for steel X percent, or is that for the joking 8 wall percent? What are we making? Batteries? Yeah, batteries. Because 8 wall percent was a fantastic meme. Task is somehow slower than Raslington's and 8 wall. That's impressive. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you just make a quick task. The strategy's developed, I guess. This is not building. How are we not getting enough gears? Are we still building steam engines? We don't have a prio on steam engines, so it takes them all. Also, we can't walk through this. Let's go the other way. That's literally the exact same problem. What does that even do? Oh, I see. Okay. We can walk through this. There we go. Okay, that should work better. Oh wait, they're input limited. That's the problem. Oh, you just mean for time to labs, not like the actual run. Gotcha. I thought you just meant like the task was done so. I read that as the task was done so early that the actual runs got faster than it. Although I guess I can't imagine. That was only a meme for like a couple weeks, right? I don't know how developed the speedrun got. Probably fairly developed, considering it's all I saw people running for like a week. Okay, we never connected Blue Science. Fortunately, that's really easy. Look at that. Connected Blue Science. Okay, queue up bots. Da-da, lube, electric engines, bots, construction bots, bot speed. Okay. Yeah, that should have been researching by now, but not a big deal. Okay, that was my goal for the day. Wait, did I say bots earlier? Sorry, I meant to say just batteries is what I'll call it. Let's make sure they actually run, though. They don't. Oh, I broke water. There we go. No Undergrounds is finished? We finished that up last week, I think. Although, admittedly, that took like 4 hours longer than it should have because I spent the second half of it just messing around. Oh wait, that was 2 weeks ago. I just spent the second half of it messing around with trains, trying to get my train system to work, and then realized my train system was just really bad. We did get it fixed in the end. But yeah, we just spent a long time fiddling with trains instead of doing like the actual run, so it slowed it down a lot. But it was fun. We had a cool train system. I think with a redesign, we could clean up. I would like to revisit and clean it up a bit. It did have a lot of long inserters. I don't think it will have as many as this has, but it's gonna be close. 8 wall run from 411 to 327. Wait, so that means you're close to sub 3? Oh, that means you got your task down to like 301 or something? Oh, that's so close. Oh, can I make this work? Yes, I can. Look at that. Look at me being resourceful enough to fit a RoboPort assembler there. Hopefully we have autosaves on, because we haven't saved today. Okay, we do. Long hands. I wanted to show off burner percent real quick while we were talking about it. Did you run out of time saves for it? That's so sad. That's so close, but I mean, there's only so much you can do. Trains must have made it easier. Like, trains break any challenge in this game. That's the thing is, though, trains don't really break a challenge because they take so much work to set up that they're not usually that useful unless you have a really, really late game goal. But they're one of those things where it's like they break things, but they also make everything take like 3 times as long to start. So like they eventually break things, but they never really they don't break it that much. Not as much as you'd expect. Just because of how much time is lost setting up train networks. But yeah, that I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. See, someone should do a study of the distribution of speedrun times to see if there's a visible gap in the number of X01 records. There's either a gap or like I would think there's a spike with the amount of people who just got to like sub 01 and then just stopped, and then like one person came back but the rest of them didn't. I feel like that's the thing too. Or like a spike in the 59, 58, 59 range. You could see it the whole day that I was finishing it, but there's nothing you could do to improve it. That's unfortunate. 301 though is still really cool. What is this? Oh, this is the UPS test. Um, oh right, let's test this while streaming. What are we at? You lost time setting train network, but gain not needing to rethink game. Just use trains again. Well, that's the thing though. Uh, if you're doing a challenge, you don't use them again. You're not using them again. So you don't ever run into a point where you regain that time because that's it. That's the end of the challenge. Unless your challenge is like, 50, 100 hours long or something. You just never reach that break even point where they were worth using or where they pay for themselves. Yes, give me one sec. If I allowed blueprint imports or something, trains would be a lot more viable. Having to build them by hand every time definitely complicates it. Oh my gosh. 21 frames away too? 13 ticks. Wait, why did I think that was 20? Oh, because I read it as 21. Wow, 13 ticks. Dang, that's close. But yeah, that's why I don't really use trains that much in any of my challenges because when your goal is to just launch a rocket or something, the payoff is not going to happen. I've wanted to set a goal as a farther goal for some, but we're also that's just asking for a huge time commitment, so it's not something I've really been able to justify. Like challenges already take like 5 to 10 hours per challenge, which is I think a lot when I want to do when I have such a long list of them. So I haven't been able to justify doing that many of them past launch. Like this one will be past launch, which will be a nice break, but that's like a once every 3 months I could do a longer challenge thing. I won't want to do that for all of them. I think I do have a couple that I want to do that will use trains though. Because I want to do one that's in Rail World, because I want to do a tick speed multiplier, and I think that would work well in Rail World. But yeah, this is my old design, roughly. We had a slightly different drill system, but that means my old design is actually even worse than this. But this was the design I made when I didn't have any blueprints. Made it within the run. It gets about 40 UPS. That's actually pretty good because I'm streaming and recording now. So yeah, the loss is actually very minimal. Yeah, I guess because I use the NVIDIA encoder, it's not a significant loss in disk space or CPU usage because it's like 3% CPU usage is what it says, or less than 3. Whereas I think if I was doing CPU encoding, it's like 15, 10 to 15. Although it's hard to really compare that because different cores, but core limitations, so I don't even know if it's that comparable. But I definitely lose more without the GPU encoder. Because I think I did a test one time and it was like a 2 or 3% difference, which isn't huge, but that is like half an hour in a run like this. I don't know why I'm trying to search circuits. There's literally like 6 things right here. Okay, so this is my old design. Scaled up this high, I get about 40 UPS when I'm trying to go for 114,000 green chips per hour, that or minute. That is about 7 million per hour. There's obviously more overhead for the base because this is yeah, there's obviously more overhead. A lot more overhead because this is just the outpost. So I won't be able to get to 7 million per in my run. But I just wanted to test to make sure this was better than our old design. And this is the new one. We're getting about 70 right now. For some reason, the other one works better. Well, not works better. This one's still a lot better. This one I'm only getting about 67. Wait, is that what I thought I got? I think it fluctuates between like 65 to 75, so I called it like 70. I don't know. Either way, it's still a lot higher than the other one. And this one is about 110, 114. So yeah, it looks like they're very comparable. Maybe like a couple percent off. But this number is way more than a couple percent off. This is like 40% different. So this, very, very happy. Full predictions on Word is only 112k per minute green chips and only 40 UPS. Hmm? Whole predictions. That makes way more sense. I don't know why I read that as prediction predictions. Like I read word and I was like word predict and I was like autocorrect. But yeah, both of these designs are burner inserters only. But the difference is that one of these was designed without blueprints in mind. I mean, it wasn't designed with hand building in mind. It was designed without pre-made blueprints, which means it had to be simple and something I could copy and paste by hand on the fly. Whereas this one took like 10 to 15 hours to design by itself to paste a bunch of. The other design was also designed with more chests, or the ability to add more chests. But now that we have a time frame, we can design this with either 2 or 3 steel chests total to buffer things in. Because each chest lasts about 2 hours, I think. So this can run for 4 hours. Realistically, I think our first couple builds are going to have a slightly different design to run for 6 hours. Just in case. I don't think that will be a huge drop in performance to do that. I can also, what I can do is I can make the extra chest a separate blueprint and just place the belts earlier. Because what I could do is have the space for a chest later, but don't place it right away. So that way I can expand later if I want to, at the cost of a few entities. Which would be good for the first couple builds, because there's a good chance that these are going to go down around the 4 hour mark. Probably. Well, it depends. Not 4 hour mark, 6 hour mark, and run for 4 hours to get the 10-hour limit. But if it runs for 12 hours, then, or if it takes 12 hours, then these ones will fill up. And that wouldn't be good. But yeah, very, very happy with the new design. Obviously, very significant improvements in performance. I am estimating that in practice, I'll probably be able to get about 5 million green chips per hour before my 5 to 6 million per hour before my CPU is bottlenecked. That's just based on how the old run looked, where for the actual run I was limited to about 3. So if this one's about 40% better, 5 seems reasonable. And we should have some optimizations in our main base as well, so that should help. So lots of things there, which I think will make it much more viable. We have not designed the base yet, but I did mention that we don't have long inserters. So we have, which is why I haven't been too keen on doing a no long inserter run, because I'm already doing that. So we have stuff like this in a lot of places to simulate a long inserter, which works pretty well. We also have a couple sushi belts, but we don't have a ton of them due to mostly the things that I would put on a sushi belt are high throughput, and if it's high throughput, you don't really want to use a sushi belt for most things, so like haven't been able to justify that many sushi belts yet. I think if I wanted to really like fine tune the base, sushi would help, but the amount of time you save is pretty minimal, but the amount of errors that you get when you put too much thing on the sushi is pretty high. So I don't think I want to spend like that much extra time perfecting this base just to save like a small amount of time on the run itself. But we'll see. Maybe we'll go crazy with sushi later. But it's difficult to use sushi with burner inserters because you still have to have them have a dedicated fueling inserter if you do sushi. So if you could put coal on the sushi belt, things would look a lot different and they would be much nicer. But yeah, that's one alternative that we have for long inserters. The other alternative, which we don't use in this design because it's kind of hard to place by hand. Actually, wait, it's really easy to place by hand with blueprints. Oh wait, but you have to do it in a specific order. You can do this, and you can just cycle which side of the belt things are on every few tiles. This is a great alternative. Yeah, this is definitely a good alternative for burner stuff, for long inserters. This one's a little bit easier to build and can work with 4 resources. The other one only works with up to 3 resources. But if you were limited on underground belts, like if it's for your first science lane, I think the other design is a little bit better. Yeah, burner only 100%. That's why I have to do it in one stream to get an official run submitted, so that way it's a that way it's a legit category. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun working on the base. I don't know when we'll actually run it because as you can see, we only have this is everything we build by hand pretty much. So now it's up to now we have to scale it up 40 more 40 more yellow belts. So that's going to be something. Like 40 to 60 more yellow belts. Which is insane. It's going to be like 10,000 burner inserters or something like that. Maybe a little bit more. I think we'll have to design it in a way that towards the end of the run we cut off half our base. I don't really know how to do that though. Maybe with maybe just a chest limit. Or maybe like random circuit network stuff. But yeah, we have a couple designs. Schedule it for the first day of April. Well, the thing is, I want it to be on a Monday, and I don't know if I'll have it done by then, so we don't have a schedule yet. You will have UPS drops before going GC outposting. Oh gosh, that would be rough. We build our first. We peak our base at 10,000 inserters with like 4 belts of green chips. It is a Monday. Is that an April Fool's joke or is it actually a Monday? Oh, that is really good. Do I think that gives me 2 months. I would like to have this done within 2 months. Wait. Yeah. Okay, that gives me 2 months. Ugh. I would need to like I would need to work on it like 3 days a week, I think, if I wanted to actually get it done by then. Because we have a lot more to design. We got the things that matter. I mean, obviously the rest of the base matters. We designed the things that are gonna destroy our UPS. Like that's the main thing that we had to fix. Because that UPS saving was like 6 hours. It's like 4 to 6 hours. Everything else probably will just save another like couple hours. But yeah, we did do a run before with no blueprints. Just went in blind. We did fail. um, so we did a second one because we didn't make the rocket launch because I scaled up the base too big for something that I was doing by hand. Was just a bit too slow to build on the spot, especially because burner inserter builds, they have a delay of about 15 to 60 minutes before they get started because burner inserters are just that bad. Unless you can somehow get like 10 times the coal you need, which also is a problem to have 10 wasted belts of coal. So it's a weird consideration. We won't have as many of those problems with the dedicated blueprints, and we won't have to stress about building those because they're already going to be designed. So those targets will be easy to meet. Now it's just a matter of figuring out how much production we need. Realistically, because it will take so long, we only need 3 science per second. Or as I accidentally said, 180 science per second. So I think we can make do with 40 yellow belts of resources, which we should be able to get from about 3 to 4 sets of this train, but twice as long. Very excited about that. Recycles the coal, very good. Practically speaking, I probably should just double the amount of trains I use. But I don't know, I like this design too much to go into a belt, to go into a chest. Because you can go into a chest, but then you can only fit 5/12 of the inserter amounts, and I think this looks really cool, so I want to use it. I think practically speaking, it won't matter. We won't get a meme run Monday on April 1st for another 7 years. That gives me 7 years to refine this run. We heard it here first, folks. April 1st, 2031. We'll do a second attempt at Burner percent. Burner 100, and there will be nothing until then. We'll spend 5 hours a week for 7 years fixing it. 2 months or 7 years. Well, I was gonna say we do the first attempt this April 1st, and then we realize what we did wrong, and we prep and we make the most optimized base for 7 years before we actually run it, and then we realize it's all broken and it was all for nothing, because that's what happens when you don't test things. Yeah, super excited. We do have to make the bulk of the base, because for reference, this is not the entire actual Burner 100, or the actual like 100% base. It's a good chunk of it, but you can tell they have resources coming from all sides. Like this is the stuff they build by hand, which is about I'd say 10% of the entire starter base, and then there's like an entire nuclear plant and some other stuff over here that I actually cut off because I pasted out of range. But yeah, there's a lot. I think they have, let's see, 8 belts, no, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 28 red belts of resources, which is a lot. And I think they use like 10,000 inserters here, right? Okay, so they have about 7,000 inserters here. If you were to convert that to burner inserters, that's 20,000 burner inserters. So we will not be making a base this large. Because 20,000 burner inserters is a lot. You use roughly 3 to 4 for every inserter you use in a vanilla run. Next time Monday, if you fail, you'll have time. Yeah, that's true. I'll have 7 years to practice. Factorio 2.0 would definitely be out by then. I hope it would be out by then. You never know. Could be the next Metroid Prime 4. But yeah, this is obviously a much larger base than we'll need for a 12-hour goal. So that will help. It's not necessarily that I want to aim for 12 hours, but because our outposts are going to take so long to build, and I think they're technically cheaper because they're just slower, and we don't need as many. Actually, they're probably not cheaper because of the tier 3s. Yeah, it's missing some other things. It has most of it though. It has enough of it. And it doesn't have any of the outposts, which are most of the base. This was just to get like a general idea of how much science I needed. Honestly, the only reason I even have this blueprint, this is the only part I cared about from it. Nothing here is that useful, except to double check if I need some things. Yeah, it doesn't have the off-patch stuff. It has the normal wall, unless you mean the off-patch. Or the on-patch starter base. Or do you mean like a secondary normal wall? But yeah, it's enough of it. It gives me a good idea of how much I need to aim for. And we don't need to aim for this much. I imagine our base is going to be the same size. It's just going to have like half the production. Just because of how space inefficient burner inserters are. Because like looking at this section right here. Yeah, our base is already that large. Or that tall. But their base ends here because we just have to have everything be 40% wider. Yeah, well, nuclear, I don't think power is really worth adding. Like, there is no reason to include that in a base size comparison. I mean, space-wise, that's like a very good chunk of the base, but I mean that can go wherever. But we'll be using steam power, so like it's there's no. I didn't even bother copying the nuclear power plant. But yeah, pedantics aside, um, we'll be we'll be doing this some point. We work on it a few hours a week, so who knows when it'll actually be due. It would be really cool if we could do it April 1st, but it takes a long time to design a base, a 100% base in general, especially when you're using burner inserters and you have to design around such weird bottlenecks. And UPS consideration, like for a first run, is insane. I feel like you shouldn't have to worry about UPS for your first design, but you do. Like nobody expected, pretty much nobody was expecting me to be UPS limited on a blueprintless run. That's just how bad they are. That you can go in blind without blueprints and you have to worry about UPS. Because I feel like if you did a normal 100% run with regular inserters, you probably wouldn't run about it. But yeah, that's it for me today. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'll be back. I should be back tomorrow. I don't think I have anything going on. But yeah, that's it for me today. We'll do. Honestly, we might. I think we have to get back to burner designing. I think we'll have to stick. I think we'll have to finish the longhand thing next week. But yeah, have a good one. Peace.